and blessings. Good afternoon. Lunchtime. How y'all feel? What's good? Please like the page. Thank you. I appreciate it. We're going to get right to the topic. Hey. Well, you see the topic. You know what it is. Some of us are possibly. Well, let me ask this question. Have you ever been bitten by a dog? Whether it's when you were younger or if you were an adult. Have you ever been bit by a dog? Let's see if you can just let me know that first. All right. If you ever been bit by a dog, just do me the favor and put a 1 in the chat. I appreciate it. If you ever been bit by a dog. Let's start with that. If you ever been bitten by a dog, put a 1 in the chat. Thumbs up if you can hear me, by the way. I appreciate it very much. Like the page as well. So if you've been bitten by a dog, has that actually traumatized you? Has that made you afraid and scared of all dogs, no matter what kind of dog? It could be a Chihuahua. It could be a poodle. It can be whatever dog. Have you ever been bitten by a dog? Let me know, please. I can remember one day I was coming home and there was a dog. It had to be about 11 o'clock at night. But listen to this. There was a neighbor that had a Rottweiler. When I'm talking big, huge Rottweiler that stood up to damn near my chest. His head was damn near at my chest. That's how tall this dog was, and husky. Really big dog. A day before, he wanted to show me how trained his dog was. And I might add, the dog was really trained, very wise. I mean, sharp. When I say this dog was a smart, intelligent, obedient dog, I was amazed. And his coat was beautiful. The coat was shiny. Then he had that little golden brown looking spot in his right here. Big fat head. I'm talking about this dog was huge, all right? So he invited me over one day. Came over, you know what I mean? He wanted to show me his dog because at the time I think I had a little Rottweiler, you know, it was a puppy or whatever. And he wanted to show me that he had his dog trained. And somebody just inboxed me and said, yes, I was bit by a pit bull. And I don't mess with no dog today, trained or not. I feel you. Yeah. So let me go on with this story. The dog, when I entered the house, as soon as I entered the house, no lie, this dog was on the side of me, right by my leg. And when I walked in, the dog just literally walked right up to me. And I was like, he said, don't be scared, relax. He good. He's trained like that. When somebody come into the house, he actually is like a security guard. He'll make sure that he stay next to you. When I say that dog was rubbing up against my leg and just stood there. He said, come on in and have a seat. He's gonna walk with you, don't worry about it, you know, you good. The dog walked right with me, but making sure he was like literally touching my leg slightly, not heavy, not really leaning on me, but it was almost like he wanted to constantly make sure that I feel him and he feel me. Walking right with me. I sat down, that damn dog sat right next to me. I was like, yo. He was like, don't worry about it, bro. You good. You good. That's how he's trained, man. Don't worry about it. He on point. He good. He ain't gonna mess with you, bro. Only if I give him the word, that's the only time he gonna do something. All right. So that made me feel a little better. It calmed me a little bit. All right. That made me feel a little better. No lie. He seemed like he had the dog down pack. It seemed like he had him under control, which was cool, but I still was a little scared to death. Not gonna lie. Real talk. So I said, bruh, are you sure, man? He said, I'm sure. It was all good. He showed me, he snapped his fingers. The dog came over to him. He gave another command, one word command. It was all one word command. He always wanted to show me you supposed to train your dog with one word commands, no matter what it is. You know what I mean? I was listening. I was all ears because, mind you, I have a little Rottweiler, and the Rottweiler was, nice little small dog, and I was in my process of training him, And my dog name was Keita, by the way. Yeah, Keita, female dog. And I was amazed. No lie, I was amazed at how the dog listened to every little word that he said and did it. He said something and the dog came right over to him. He said something else, the dog went over to another section. And then he said something else, the dog laid down. He said another word, the dog got up. He said something else, the dog sat down on his hind legs. He said something else, the dog got up like this. One word command, on point. Again, I was amazed. So now, after he showed me all of that, and I was souped up, I'm like, I'm about to go home and get it in. He gave me a little tips and all that good stuff on what to do and how to do it. And, so I'm really intrigued. I'm going home to train Keita. Yeah. So I go home and I try to do some of those little things, getting Keita, familiar with one word commands, Eventually the next day, I go to work, I come home. I think I got home a little late. I think I was doing some type of business back then. I was doing promotion or whatever the case may be. I was promoting something and I came home about 11 o'clock. Right. And as I get out the car, I'm across the street from my house. My house is right here. All right, and his house is right here. I get out the car on this side, which is on the side of his house. Soon as I get out the car, shut the door, boop, boop, turn to the right. Oh no, got out and about to go to the left, the front of my car to go to my house to walk around and go across the street and go in. As soon as I got the car, closed the door, boop, boop, and the dog was right there. His dog was standing right there, bro. When I say the dog was looking at me and he did like that with his jaws. So the dog remembered me. The dog remembered me. I looked in that dog's eyes and I saw death. I saw this dog was going to kill me. In my mind, I'm thinking, this dog said, yeah, I remember you. He was only like maybe 2 cars away from me. That's a nice little distance, about 2 cars. And he just looked at me. He did his jaws did that like 2 times. And he stared on he was on his front legs, like, with his chest up, like, because he was doing something before I got out the car. So when I closed the door, boom, boop, boop, he looked up like, chest out. And I was like, I just stopped. I thought about some of the things that I learned years ago about stay still, don't run, all that was in my head. Man, when he did the poof poof with his lips 2 times, man, you couldn't tell me nothing about standing still. I jumped right on the car, boom, right on my car, boom, jumped on the car and got on the goddamn hood. And sure enough, he ran over there. As soon as I started jumping on the car, he jetted over there and did one of these numbers. Like he was reaching for the hood. The dog was tall. If he wanted to, that dog could have gotten up on my hood and came up on that roof to get me. I'm so lucky that he didn't do that. I just jumped up on the hood and I remember looking away, look away from him, you know what I mean? But I can see him with my prevent view, you know what I mean? Looking at him, I looked away. I remember don't supposed to look at the dog in the face because it's a threat. It's a threat to them. And that's what I did. On top of that goddamn roof though, not the hood, on the roof. I played no games. I was not going to stand there and play that thing that I learned. Stay still, don't move, don't look at them and all that stuff. Hell to the no. Was not doing that. Have you ever been bit by a dog? Fortunately, I never was bit by a dog. But I can remember as a young guy being chased by a dog. I never got bit though. All right? Have you ever been bit? Put a 1 in the chat. Have you ever been bit by a dog? Put a 1 in the chat. Thank you for tuning in. For each and every last one of you, do me the favor, like the page. Maybe you can save somebody's life. You know what I mean? And if you've been bit before, put it in the comment board. Tell us the story. Or if you want to call, you probably can call as well. Let me see if I can get this Bluetooth. But yeah, go ahead and let me know if you've been bit by a dog. Now, I'm going to give you some scenarios, some situations that have happened to people. Let me know if this resonates with you. Let me know if this is something that you may have experienced, or if you know someone that's been have experienced this. Now, this is not going to be good far as listening to this content, but for those who it may trigger, I understand. And if you are triggered, if you think you're going to be triggered by the words of this content or possibly the visuals, you can go ahead and log off now. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of people say things like, my dog don't bite. My dog don't bite. And every time they say that to me, in my mind, I always say, shit. Because you don't know. People don't know what will trigger a dog to do what they do. There are owners where their pet bulls, by the way, turned on them. I just seen a recent video recently where a dog owner was attacked by his own dog. So as I'm looking at the video, I'm like, how in the hell his own dog attacked him that way? I'm talking viciously. It seemed like the dog even had his genitals. I'm talking like pulling on him like he had his genitals. Let go and then got him again, but on his arm. I'm talking yanking his arm. This dude was bloody outside of a storefront. And then eventually someone came to distract the dog away from the owner. The dude was bloody, man. What was surprisingly, the dude, the owner of the dog had his pants down. And prior to him being on the outside of the door of the store, pants down, and while he was in the store, the door was damn near, it seemed like he was on his genitals. And when he got outside, eventually the door was on his arm, and the door was yanking on his arm. You may have seen this video. His pants all the way down. I'm like, how the hell is pants? And then I said, you know what? Oh, yeah, this is a guy that look like he wears his pants down anyway. You know how they wear their pants down below their butt cheeks sometimes. Grown men. And sure enough, it was crazy, man. So I was bugging off that video. So here is a few situations that, you know, the news is going to give you some scenarios of what happens to people when they get attacked by dogs. Sometimes the owners, sometimes other people.
This dog is described as a family member. It's 5 years old, raised as a puppy, and tonight it may have attacked the one person who loved it most.
Yeah, it is. And by the way, there are a lot of people that actually love their dog to the utmost, you know, and I can understand that. You know, you heard her say their dogs are like family members, you know. Hold on, please. Hello. Hold on for a minute. Hold on. Yes, some people say their dogs are like family members, and that's definitely understandable because some dogs are that loving. Some dogs have grown up like from puppies, almost like a child, a little brother, a little nephew, a little niece, you know, a daughter or a son. So I do respect that. But you know your dog. Out of all people, you know your dog. You know if your dog is aggressive, just like you know if your child or family member is aggressive or not. You know. So this particular person was attacked by the dog, as she said.
My pit bull attacked my wife for no reason.
Family and friends told Weeks to get rid of the dog. Now he wishes he'd listened.
So he says that his pit bull attacked his wife for no reason. For no apparent reason, the dog attacked his wife. Now he's hurt. Now, most likely his dog had shown some type of aggression for them to say to him, get rid of it. It wasn't one time that he was told to get rid of the dog. It had to be more than one time for family members to say get rid of it. Family members is not going to say at the same time on one day or one incident to get rid of it. It had to be more than one incident for family to say get rid of that damn dog. And that's a fact. So now this young man or old man is regretting the fact that he never adhered to what they were saying to get rid of this dog. Yeah. That's sad, man.
Family member, it's 5 years old, raised as a puppy, and tonight it may have attacked the one person who loved it most.
My pit bull attacked my wife for no reason.
family and friends told Weeks to get rid of the dog. Now he wishes he'd listened.
And anybody got any pit bulls, get rid of them, because I never thought it would attack my wife.
Wow. So now he's an advocate for getting rid of pit bulls because he see now the danger, how it affected his family, how that dog attacked his wife. Some people say, my dog don't bite. And most people would respond with, hell, shit, he got teeth. If he got teeth, he bite. And their response as an owner, well, I didn't raise my dog like that. My dog is mild-mannered, obedient, not aggressive, never attack no one, good around children. They tell you all of that. He's good around kids. He loved kids. Oh, she loved kids. And lo and behold, something happens later where the dog actually attacks the child and rips the damn child to pieces. Are you traumatized to this day from being attacked by a dog, whether you was chased or whether you were actually attacked or bitten by a dog? Does that still bother you when you see any kind of dog? Like I said, whether it was a chihuahua or a hot dog, one of them little long dogs, does that traumatize you till this day, even as an adult, if it happened when you were younger? Here's another situation.
That is something that a West Wego man thought he'd never have to say until Wednesday. That's when 3 of his pit bulls brutally attacked his wife inside of their home, severely injuring the woman and forcing police to shoot the dog.
She responds to you now when you talk to her. She can't see you, but she'll shake her head, yes or no.
Clarence Allen.
Wow. Attacked her to the point where she's not even responding. That's heavy. That's heavy. I feel bad for people who has to experience this by a dog, a vicious dog. They say that about 4.5 million people in the USA have been attacked by dogs. About 5.5 million. That's a lot of damn people. And about 800,000 was brutal. About 800,000 had to go to the hospital. That's a lot of people, man.
Talking about his wife, Linda Henry, who suffered severe injuries Wednesday when police say 3 of the family's 4 adult pit bulls attacked her inside the couple's Avenue A home.
We treated these dogs like children. They never had a fight. They ate out the same bowl.
See? Treated the dogs like children. And I respect that. You know what I mean? I do respect that, because there are people who have dogs and them dogs do act like children. But eating out of the same bowl, children eating out of the same bowl, it's a little stretch right there. That's a little stretch. And it's lunchtime too.
I don't know what happened.
That's right, Laura. Family members out here tonight telling responding deputies that they were forced to keep Buster locked away, separated from the family's other 2 dogs because he was a threat. Well, tonight, one family member stabbed the pit bull to death right here in their front yard after a vicious attack.
I know that's right. See, when you say, I treated my dog or trained my dog like a family member, and you don't understand the nature of a dog is different from a training the nature of a dog is different from, you training it to be a certain way. The nature is the nature. That's why when they train gorillas all day long, and for some reason, the gorilla turns back into a gorilla. And even though they got them in an area where they've trained them and they're in the zoo, whatever, and for some reason, the nature takes over. Whatever happens, no matter what happens, I don't know what happens in their brain, something happens. You don't know. An animal could have a toothache or something and just get buck wild. Never had a toothache in their life and just angry. I saw a situation where a whale changed up on the trainers, changed up overnight. I mean, grab a trainer by the leg and take them down into the water, tossing them, playing around with them by their leg. Eventually brought them back up, but the damn trainer could have drowned. A few was totally, killed by the whale. The nature of the animal is the nature of the animal, no matter how much you train them from a little whale or a little dog.
He was the sweetest dog ever.
They always say that. He was so sweet. He was sweet. He was a really sweet dog. That don't justify the situation that happened to somebody being killed by a dog. Somebody's veins or tendons being ripped out of their body. That don't justify you saying he was the sweetest little dog. Really? Who cares how sweet he was? We're talking about right now.
Family members can't believe Buster turned violent.
I would have never in a million years thought that this would happen.
We've learned tonight the dog repeatedly bit Heidi Cooper and her 14-year-old daughter. Deputies calling this a vicious attack, stopped only after another daughter stabbed Buster several times until he died.
Devastated. They were literally devastated.
Wow.
I know it's heartbreaking for them too, because
Wow, somebody came over and stabbed them a few times and killed the dog.
The dog repeatedly bit Heidi Cooper and her 14-year-old daughter. Deputies calling this a vicious attack, stopped only after another daughter stabbed Buster several times until he died.
Wow, another daughter went in. She was not playing no game about her sister. Hey, the beast in her came out. Okay, little brother, you are hurting my sister. Wow, that's deep.
Devastated. They were literally devastated. I know it's heartbreaking for them too, because they would never wanted that to happen.
Pitbull attacks his new owner in North Idaho just 24
Another situation.
hours after the man adopted the dog from Kootenai Humane Society. The man should be okay, but he lost nearly 2 pints of blood.
Well, the attack happened inside this house. The man who lives here says he went to wake his daughter up this morning. When he opened her bedroom door, he says that's when the pit bull attacked him. Hai Dang showed us where the dog bit his hand, leg, and cut his head.
Wow.
Deputies say Dang was arguing with his 16-year-old daughter through her bedroom door. They say the raised voices caused the dog to become upset, and Dang says he was attacked in the living room. He says he tried to push the dog off of him, and his daughter even tried to restrain the dog, but he says it's very strong, and it wasn't even the first time he has been bit.
Wow, deep situation. Have you ever been bit by a dog and it traumatized you till this day? You can put your experience down in the comments whenever you get the chance.
I love him too, but he attacked me. This is the third time. I don't want him coming back my house.
A grandmother has been mauled. Her face is scarred, as you saw, and her mangled arms are wrapped in bandages.
And her attackers weren't strangers. They were the dogs that live in her own home. Battered, bruised, and hospitalized. A woman talks about the pit bull attack she survived.
I had a dog who had a pit bull wrapped around my neck.
Virginia Beach is considering legal action after an elderly woman died a horrific death. The dog they adopted yesterday mauled their grandmother that same night.
Wow.
The woman was in her 90s. She died this morning at a hospital.
The woman across the street in her 90s was attacked by a dog her family just adopted that day. Her granddaughter, Amber Patterson, says the 1-year-old pit bull terrier pushed her grandmother to the ground and brutally attacked her for about 5 minutes. She said,
Damn, 5 minutes? Can you imagine being attacked by a pit bull for 5? Man, that's a long damn time. That's a long time to be bit. Wow. In the face, in the neck, on the arms, and the legs, the fingers. They say when you get attacked, you're supposed to ball your fingers up and try to block your face. But when you haven't had no experience in that, you're not thinking about none of that. You're just all over the place trying to run and push the dog with your hands. You're not thinking about that. People get their fingers taken off, literally. Hands taken off. Neck ripped out. Lips took off. Ears took off their body out of fear trying to get away from a dog.
as it happened after they took the dog's shock collar off that he wore home from the adoption center.
To know that she just adopted a dog and it turned out to be this vicious to her, that was very shocking.
Wow.
Forever Home Rehabilitation Center, where they got the dog, said in a statement they are devastated over what happened and that the dog, Blue, passed his evaluations with flying colors before being adopted out to the Patterson family.
2 people are recovering after an attack inside their car while driving down the road.
The woman and her son were traveling with 2 small dogs and their pit bull inside this truck.
Ran up there to them.
But June Lisby couldn't figure out what all the commotion was about.
And what did you see when you got up to the vehicle?
A lot of steamed up windows, couldn't tell what was going on.
Just then, the woman's son was able to get out. That's when June realized the 2 were being attacked by their own pit bull inside their white pickup truck.
The nature of a dog. They still have that natural dog instinct. I don't know if they come from the wolf energy or the wolf family, the wolf bloodline or something, but they have that instinct that you can't train. It's natural. It's the nature. The nature comes out.
While driving down the road,
I knocked on the window and got the dog come after me, and then the young lady got out.
And her whole shirt was just like covered in blood. Her arm was just like, you couldn't even see the bone. The bone was gone. It was
Wow. That's deep. Do me a favor, please like the page. I appreciate it if you can do that. Thank you so much. I'm just chilling right now on lunch. But this is deep right here.
completely gone.
Gut-wrenching to listen to. About 7 minutes worth of calls to 911 and rescue. Calls coming from 2 sons who are literally helpless. You hear it in their voices. Kept back by what sounds like 2 vicious dogs hovering over their mother. Now, it started with a call from the woman's 21-year-old son who found his mother lying in the yard covered with blood. At this point in the tape, he has no idea that the dogs were the ones who did it.
What are you putting in emergency? Well, I need an ambulance. My mom's all done. She got blood everywhere. She's laying on the ground.
Where? Where are you? How did she get hurt?
I don't know. I just got out of the shower and I went out there to see. She got a trash can and she was just laid out there. I don't know what happened.
Now, that 21-year-old has no clue that his mother is very likely dying steps from her home.
Wow.
It isn't really until he tries to get closer to her that he realizes what has done this to her.
How long ago till you saw her? Where's she bleeding from? Let me draw back a second. I know she's got a cut on her eye and her shirt's all bloody, so I don't know if she's just... Okay, how old is she? 40-something. Is she breathing? Breathes hard.
Wow.
Is she breathing? It's not like you're away from her. She's got a pulse. Where is it? Is she breathing?
Wow. That's deep. He's sitting there watching this dog eat this woman up, and he can't do nothing about it. And it sounds like more than one dog. Yeah. Wow.
You got a pulse. Stop, where is it? I don't feel breathing. Stop, get away. Stop. Stop, get away.
He's saying, stop. Get away.
Are you there? Was she yelling at the dogs?
Yeah. We're on the way.
I'm just so upsetting. You know, it sounds like that 21-year-old tried to reach for his mother, as you heard him say, Tina Marie Canterbury, desperately in need of medical attention. But, you know, as her son tried to get close to her, you heard all that sound. Those were the dogs barking at him. And we're told that the dogs actually turned on him, biting his throat. Now you're going to hear his brother call 911.
Where's your animals at? They're in the backyard. They're over my mom. They won't let us get near.
Okay, so they're by your mom and you guys can't get to your mother?
Yeah. My brother tried to go out there and check her pulse, I think, and they attacked him too. Call animal control and tell them we need on 246 that the bulls won't let us get to a victim.
Now, something else about that call. The son obviously wanted help immediately for his mother.
Yeah, they was like, you know, wasting time to him. Like, ain't no time to be wasting, man. And, you know, when you see somebody getting attacked by a dog, you want that immediately. I don't asking all these goddamn questions. I give you the address, come make it happen. Yeah, that's crazy, man. So y'all got to be careful with these dogs out here. And I know that people that work at the post office have experienced so much of that. I can imagine post office, Amazon, UPS, you know, all of them having these jobs early in the morning to go through somebody's yard, go in somebody's yard to deliver the packages and having to hopefully take out the mace and make it happen. I can imagine how many of those people that work in those professions that have been bit by vicious dogs, because they get it a lot. Real talk.
Police in Virginia say a woman was mauled to death by her two pit bulls while
Owners,
taking her
man.
for a walk.
He says the dog used to come over to their house and play with their kids in a friendly, harmless way. He doesn't know what changed, Russ. He doesn't know what provoked this attack. But this afternoon, the little girl is still in the hospital. She'll have stitches in her head and a scar that goes all the way from her hairline down to her temple. This dog, named Milo, attacked a 9-year-old girl.
Milo looks real sweet. Milo looks like a, you know, definitely a family dog, as they say. He's like one of the children.
Official report says the pit bull burrowed under a fence from the yard next door to where the victim was playing.
A 3-year-old pit bull named Midnight.
Well, she's nice.
But around 4:30 in the afternoon, Midnight attacked the little boy, biting him, police say, in the face and neck.
They were all just sitting in the living room, just playing, and the dog just went after the 2-year-old.
Rescue crews had to fly the boy by helicopter to Johns Hopkins.
It's shocking me right now.
Investigators say the family owned the dog since it was a puppy, and there have been no previous incidents where it attacked anyone.
I think that's what dogs do sometimes.
That's what's really kind of shocking. It's the
Well, that's smart of the young person. I don't know if that was a little girl, a little boy, but yeah, that's smart. She was like, hey, I think that's what dogs do sometimes. Yeah, that's the nature.
think that Midnight, no, she don't, never.
I wish I would have been here, you know. I wish, you know, if we could all go back, you know. I wish, you know, that I would have took them with me, something, you know.
Juan Ortiz is the owner of the pit bulls. We have pictures of the pit bulls for you to see them. Now, the victim in all this, the 84-year-old woman, is in the hospital in critical condition. We're told
84. Damn. Jeez. So sorry to hear that.
She was simply walking outside around her neighborhood when she was violently mauled by the pit bulls. The owner tells me he knows
The pit bull is pregnant too. So it's a possibility that dog was agitated. All type of stuff going on in the mind of that dog. Never know what that dog's thinking. As far as protecting, having that protective spirit.
bulls have a violent reputation, but he's still surprised something like this involving his dogs has now happened.
My dogs were not for fighting. They were family dogs. They're indoor dogs. I have a 2-year-old daughter, 5-year-old son, 6-year-old son, and a 13-year-old son that play with them. They've been with them since they were puppies, you know, so it really kind of blew my mind what happened.
Tonight, police in Pennsylvania say a pit bull that was adopted from Baltimore mauled a woman.
And it seemed like it's mostly pit bulls that was doing a lot of these killings. If you take that 4.5 million, and I can imagine it was a lot, probably a lot of pit bulls. I'm gonna look that up. That's an interesting thing to check out. You know, what dogs were doing most of the attacks. Of course, a lot of different breeds of dogs definitely were, you know, were attacking people. But I'm quite sure on a scale of 1 to 10, there was a great percentage of pit bulls.
And 2 of her children.
Animal control officers take a pit bull into their custody after police say it attacked its owner inside this home on George Street in Dayton.
It's my fault. I shouldn't have been yelling at her. We was fighting over the kid and dog just went crazy.
Lisa Stroud is the victim's sister. She was home when the attack happened along with their mother and the victim's 3-year-old daughter. Stroud says she was arguing with her sister when the dog suddenly attacked her.
Ralph Hughes raised these 3 pit bulls since they were puppies.
I ain't never had no much problem with them. I mean, I love my babies. But
They always say that. That's the number one thing to say, you know, because people do see them like family, and when something like this happens, you know, it really shocks them. So they be lost for words. Still they family. You know what I mean?
That all changed Monday morning when all 3 dogs attacked an elderly woman.
I can't believe it, because they were so good with people, you know. You think you know them, but you don't, you know.
The victim was walking off Spring Lake Highway, a route she usually walks, when 3 pit bulls attacked her. When animal control was called to the scene, at least one of the dogs attempted to attack the officers. Beanbag rounds were used to subdue them. Hughes gave the approval for the dogs to be put down.
Man, that was the first thing, man, you know. I wouldn't have no other way, you know. I'm so sorry. If I could change, I would, you know. But I'm just sorry.
Wow. Deep situation, man. Deep situation. Here's another situation.
Step 1.
These are the actual situations where they say you should be, these are some of the things you should do when being attacked by a few dogs at one time. These are some of the things they say you should do. You let me know what you think about it.
Case in the U.S. are attacked by. Can you overpower multiple angry dogs? Why would you need to stand sideways to the pack? And how could a water bottle save your life?
Yeah, see, the story I gave y'all about me, you know, when that dog, that Rottweiler, when I got out the car and that dog was standing right there, I thought about all that, but I didn't do none of that. I was like, you know what I mean? I only did it when I was on the roof and not look at the dog. But all that stay still and stand to the side, I stood still, but I was looking him right in his face at the time. I was like, I was shocked. Yeah.
Step 1. Don't let them intimidate you.
Now that is some bull. That's some bull. How you going to say don't let some big damn dog, don't let them intimidate you? That don't even sound right. Don't let them intimidate you. You see them teeth and he's slobbering from his mouth. You know, the stories you done heard and seen in reference to dogs taking people down, ripping people's arms off, tearing their legs apart. And for them to say, don't let the dog, a vicious dog, intimidate you. Get the hell out of here.
When a pack of raging animals wants to tear you apart,
We're not talking about one dog here. We're talking about a few. 2, 3, 4, 5 dogs. Oh, don't let them intimidate you. Nah, stand still. Stand your ground. Stand your ground when a pack of dogs come at you.
staying calm is the last thing on your mind.
Exactly.
But that's exactly what you need to do.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
If you show fear or behave aggressively, it'll only aggravate the already agitated dogs, and they'll become more confident about going in for the kill.
Wow.
Stand your ground, act confident, and you might be spared.
Might be spared. So don't just look for something to jump on and try to get away from a dog. Don't, if you're next to a gate, and the dog is like maybe a car away from you and the gate right there, I'm not standing no ground. All right? I'm not standing no ground. I'm out. I'm jumping on that damn gate to where he can't get, hopefully he can't climb the damn gate. Yeah. Stand your ground. That don't even make sense to me. Now, these are my opinions. I am not telling nobody what to do in these situations. These are opinions. And if anything happened to you regarding a dog, I have nothing to do with it. I'm not a professional. All right? I don't know what the hell I'm talking about regarding these damn dogs. So don't say, D.A.P told me.
Step 2. Turn sideways.
Turn sideways.
Whatever you do, don't run. I know you probably already knew this one, but there's a lot at stake here to let panic get the best of you. Slow down or make a complete stop. If you aren't moving around, they might lose interest in you. The usual attack position is face to face, so try to stand sideways to the dogs. That way, you'll come across as less threatening and avoid making direct eye contact, which they can also take as a challenging act. Step 3. Get a water bottle.
Really? Go get a water bottle? Where do I get a water bottle from? At the time the dog is, well, I need to go to the corner store real quick to go get a water bottle? Unbelievable.
Throw a dog a bone, and there might be some truth to that. In this case, a water bottle.
So now I gotta have some Popeye's chicken. Word? Popeye's chicken to do it? What if I ain't got Popeye's? What if I ain't come from Popeye's chicken or Crown's chicken or, a chicken spot and I just happen to have some chicken on me? What if I ain't come from there? What if I just came from, the shopping for some shoes? Throw a shoe at them too, right? That's gonna stop them. I ain't got no bones, but maybe I throw a shoe at them and maybe that'll help, distract them. Possibility, but really?
Pack or any item with some heft to it would do the trick. You can also distract the dogs by tossing something that might interest them more than you. This will give you a window of opportunity to escape, but only once they're chasing the object. If you don't have access to anything, pretend to pick something up and throw it.
Pretend to pick something up and just throw it. Yeah, that'll give him a second for him to look down at you and run at you. To look at you, pick it up, and run at you.
Chances are the dogs could be fooled by this.
Chances. Like winning the lotto.
Step 4. Protect your face.
Okay.
So the dogs didn't buy your act, and they're launching themselves at you.
Now that's something I knew too, as far as balling your hands up. when you're trying to, you know, not box them, but, you know, block your face, because the thing you want them to do is grab your arm versus your face when they jump at you.
At this point, the attack is imminent, and you need to protect yourself. It'd be ideal if you could find a stick to put between those deadly teeth and you.
Have you ever been bit by a dog? And does that still traumatize you to this day? Have you been bit by a dog when you were younger, in your younger years? And as an adult, does that still trigger or have some type of trauma whenever you see a dog? How does that affect you today?
But if you can't, use your forearms to protect your face and neck. This way, you still have your legs to try and kick the other dogs away. Make sure you make a fist with your hands to prevent your fingers from being bitten
Please like the page. Thank you.
off. Step 5. Fight back.
Now, I know damn well he didn't say fight back. A Rottweiler that stands up to my chest, that's husky, weighing about 2 and some change, almost 300 damn pounds. Fight back? A dog? No weapon at all. Fight back. These are not my suggestions. These are opinions.
You ran out of tricks, and it looks like the dogs are going all in. It's game on. So
Now, this is a situation where you got dogs, plural. He said first you need to, be calm, stay still, do not run. Get a water bottle, throw a water bottle at him. What else? Don't panic, turn to the side. Don't look him in the face. A few dogs, we're not talking about one dog. This is information or instructions that people are given regarding a few dogs that's about to attack you.
better put up a good fight. Those sharp teeth are scary and dangerous, but they're the only weapons they have. They might try to scratch you, but it's only their mouth you need to watch out for. Grabbing their throat or smacking their snout forcefully can help keep those mouths shut. In addition to the throat, the eyes and the head are the most vulnerable part of their body, so go for them.
Okay, now I like that, but if you're being attacked and you got some keys with you now, and he got one arm, and he just take them keys and in the eyes, really good, really, really good, like although he's gonna be going in, so you got to know that, hey, block the pain out, keep stabbing him in the eyes if you got some keys on you.
Yeah, fighting off a trained guard dog wouldn't be easy, but realistically, you're more likely to be attacked by a family dog. According to the American Veterinary Medical Association, one reason for this is that people usually think dogs they're familiar with or have been friendly with before will always behave the same way. But that's not the case. This mindset might lead you to ignore early signs of aggression in your pet, like discomfort or agitation, and you might let your guard down. Well, that leads us to our next video. Oh, and if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more survival content.
Is it true that a barking dog never bites? Are you willing to take your chances with this angry beast? Sure, you might think you know what to do if a dog tries to attack you, but something as simple as staring directly at this vicious animal could turn a bad situation into a deadly one. A dog can be a human's best friend, but don't be fooled by that innocent face. Those sharp teeth kill more than 35,000 people every year. Although it might seem unprovoked, numerous...
Wow, I didn't know that. Kill, wow. Over 35,000 people every year. Again, 4.5 million, maybe more, is attacked.
Things can trigger a canine to attack. Fear, feeling territorial about its food, or even pain. Now you're face to face with a growling dog and its tail is between its legs and crouching low. It looks ready to pounce, but what will happen next will depend on what you do or don't do. Why shouldn't you try to kick a dog?
Good question. Why shouldn't you kick a dog? Why shouldn't you try to kick a dog that's trying to attack you? Let's hear this.
Why is screaming a bad idea? What article of clothing could save your life?
I think a sleeve. Put your arm in real quick and do one of these numbers. He can grab a sleeve. You can just mess with him. You know what I mean? Hopefully he'll just start grabbing that.
Number 5. Don't put yourself in harm's way.
Take your jacket off.
2021, Jacqueline Durand, a dog sitter from Texas, was hired to care for a pit bull and a mixed-breed German Shepherd while their owners were out of town. On their front door was an ominously written "Beware of Dog" sign, but the 22-year-old had previously met the two canines and she felt safe. As soon as the dog sitter unlocked the door to enter the house, the two dogs viciously attacked her. They mauled her body, chewing her ears, lips, and nose completely off in the process.
Deep.
Number 4. Don't scream. When an aggressive dog has set its sights on you, it can be one of the scariest moments of your life.
Have you been bit before? And does that traumatize you to this day? Especially from somebody saying, "Don't run. My dog don't bite."
Screaming for help or shouting at the dog might be your first reaction, but that's a huge mistake. Any loud noise would only agitate the already stressed out dog. You will scare them more, making them likelier to snap. If you want to convince a dog that you aren't a threat, you can firmly tell it to sit or stay, and they might respond to a common command. That will slow it down for a moment. Step 3. Don't move.
Don't move.
You're dealing with a visibly angry animal and you want to defend yourself. Don't you dare try to kick it away. You only give it another target to bite into. Those fangs are just what you need to stay away from, so your flailing limbs won't help you survive. If the dog grabs your foot and you're wearing shoes, with any luck, it will remove it. It might be satisfied enough to rip your footwear to shreds since it smells like you and leave your feet attached. Number 2. Don't make eye contact. Nothing like a staring contest to unintentionally challenge a dog to a duel. No, you won't intimidate it. You'll be seen as a threat that needs to be dealt with. Instead, look to the ground and stand still. Hopefully, it won't find you a worthy opponent and will leave you alone. Number 1. Don't jump. And sudden movements can be startling to a dog and only make things worse. So jumping up and down is not enough.
That's exactly how that Rockwater looked when he looked at me, when he did that. And then opened his mouth. Yeah. Deep.
Option. But if there's a fence you can scale or a table you can reach.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, I'm glad they said that, because if you're next to a gate, man, I'm going to keep it real with you. Get on that gate. You know what I mean? Make it happen. Start climbing fast. If you're next to a car, jump on that car ASAP. Sometimes it's difficult for dogs to jump on the car and stay on the car. Yeah, jump on that car, man.
Then get yourself to higher ground and put some distance between you and Fido.
Entering a dog's yard might not be the smartest move, but what if it's literally your job?
Yeah, man.
Well, according to a study published in the Journal of Safety Science, a whopping 80% of all work-related dog bites happen to postal workers, vets.
Wow, that's a great percentage. 80%. I didn't think 80.
Kennel workers, and even our beloved human
That's a lot.
healthcare workers during home visits. And if you were wondering, as the dog owner, you are legally liable for an incident like this. In some countries, you can even go to jail. Getting back to fangs and jaws, here's what to do if a dog has already set its sights on you.
Humanity's best friend? Sure. But these cute pets can also be deadly. Every year, more than 35,000 people die because of dog bites. So you'd better think twice before petting that strange dog. Dogs rock the world. It is estimated that there are about 1 billion dogs globally in close interaction with humans. So the chances of being bitten are high.
Do me a favor and press like on this video. I appreciate it. Thanks. This video gonna be around for a long time.
In the US, dogs bite about 4 million people every year. On average, 30 to 50 of those bites kill people. But due to lack of rabies vaccinations in developing countries, about 35,000 people worldwide die every year from dog bites.
Do me a favor also, go check out one of these local businesses in Jersey City by the name of Functions Event Space. Go check them out. Functions. It's spelled like this. All right? Plan your next event with them, okay? You can always give them a call to find out when you can go and check out a nice little, do a little tour of the place. You can do that as soon as possible. Make sure you give them the information that you got this advertisement from David Adams on D.A.P. Yeah, be sure to do that. Go check them out. Support them. Up and coming business. They've been doing really good so far. The business is a very clean business. It's in Jersey City, 435 Martin Luther King Drive. 435 Martin Luther King Drive, Jersey City. Functions Events. You can have your baby shower there. Corporate events, retirement parties, reunions, brunches, fundraisers, networking events. Anything you want to do, you can do it there. You can do the paint and sip there, graduation parties, repass. Their phone number is 551-888-7887. 551-888-7887. Tell them David Adams told you about it, and you might get a discount. The place is really nice, man. You're going to be really surprised when you go to this particular event space to book your event. Trust me, you'll be proud that you booked Functions. Much love and respect to you guys. Talk to you soon. Thank you for tuning in. Much love. Peace out.
D.A.P.
David Adams Podcast.